As Rona is on the rise again, now is when we all need to be asking ourselves, what did we learn from this last year and how can we apply those lessons to our business? Even if we don't have another COVID-related lockdown, there will always be another dip in business coming for whatever reason. So we need to be thinking ahead so that we can protect our livelihoods. Before I get into some of the things that I have done in my own business to prepare for the next downturn, please hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with my weekly content. I put out videos every week helping you to build a successful pet care business. For those of you that don't know, I'm Doug the Dog Guy. I'm the owner and founder of Bad to the Bone Pet Care. I've been a full-time professional pet sitter and dog walker for over 8 years, and I have built an award-winning team servicing all of Northeast and Central Florida. The first thing that I did, and what I would suggest that all of you do, is to simply connect with your peers, both locally and nationwide in the Pet Sitter and Dog Walker Facebook groups. By connecting with your peers, you can not only see what other people are doing with their businesses to prepare for potential downturns, but you can also have friends and people to talk to. And sometimes just knowing that you're not alone in this crazy industry that we all love can just make the biggest difference in the world. While you're connecting with other pet sitters and dog walkers and forming these relationships, I would also suggest that a lot of you go ahead and contact a business coach. Now, and I know that is a very daunting thing, both from the price tag and the fact that we as entrepreneurs love being in charge of ourselves, and taking advice from someone else about our baby, our business, can be a very scary thing. But you need to change your mindset and realize how beautiful of a thing that is, to get advice and input from people that have done it before you. You know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Learn from the other people around you. I have personally worked with several business coaches over the years, and I have walked away from every one of these relationships a much more knowledgeable and better business person at the end of the day. When the world shut down last year, one of the first things that I did was cut out all unnecessary business expenses. I was paying for several subscription services, such as some software and some other stuff that made running my business a little bit easier, but it was not necessary stuff. And by cutting that stuff out, I was able to save several $100s every month. And then what I also did was raise our prices. So we had less expenses, higher prices, which meant that we had a much larger profit margin. And I was able to use that larger profit margin to save for the future of the business and keep the business afloat during the downturn. That is so important, and that's something that so many of us overlook. We don't think about these potential downturns and how they will affect our team. You know, we have people that need to make a livable wage, and we have business expenses that need to be met, and we have our own bills that need to be paid. And if we are not putting money into a savings account, both for the business and for our personal selves, when we hit these downturns, we're gonna be in a really rough spot. And if the downturn doesn't come and you decide you wanna do something really cool with your business, well, now you've got a pool of money that you can use to go do those cool things with. Another thing that I did was diversify our services. The more services that you can offer and the more customizable your services are, the more families you can work with and the more of a resource you can be to those families. And the more of a resource you are to these families, the more likely it is that they will continue using you when times are rough. You know, we were a pet sitting and dog walking company, and we introduced pet transportation and training reinforcement. And now we also have several other large things in the works right now that will be launching later this year. Something else that a lot of us overlook is our brand messaging. You know, if you believe in slowing the spread of COVID by getting vaccinated and wearing a mask, just for example, clients and potential clients should be able to tell that through your branding and the messaging that is being sent through your brand. You know, I'm just using that as one example, but clients need to know what kind of a person you are and what you believe in. That's going to make them stick with you when times are tough. Again, none of us know if another COVID lockdown is coming or not. All we really know at this point is that cases are on the rise again, which means it's possible, which means that this is all stuff that we need to be thinking about just in case. And like I said, even if another lockdown doesn't come, there will always be another downturn in our business eventually. So the more that we can think ahead and plan for these scenarios, the better off we'll be in the long run. I hope that this video has given you some ideas and some things to think about, and I would really love to know what you guys are thinking about and the ideas that you have. So please share that down in the comments section below. Share this video with other petpreneurs. Subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with my weekly content. I love helping you guys any chance that I get. I'm just a pet sitter and a dog walker trying to share my knowledge with you guys, hoping that if you can learn from my mistakes, you won't have to go through them yourself. I'm Doug the Dog Guy from Bad to the Bone Pet Care, reminding you to stay positive.